Tune into the heartbeat of Mama Liberia. What truth meets the people, and every voice is heard. This is Liberian Voices Unfiltered. Oh, it's speaking truth tonight. Let your voices rise. From the streets of Monrovia to the hills of Nimba, we're bringing light where the truth's been hindered. Politics and power, let's break it down. We talk the real, no mask, no crown. Economy shaking, but we still stand tall. Business and trade, we can uplift all. From the youth to the elders, we all gotta say, unfiltered voices, paving the way. Liberian voices, unfiltered. Yeah, we tell it how it is, no filter. Liberian voices, unfiltered. The people's mic, the nation's mirror. From Buchanan to Bong, from Loafer to Cape Mount, we talk the truth that really counts. Liberian voices, unfiltered. Your story, your power, your sound. Healthcare, education, we go discuss. From clinics to classrooms, who can we trust? Social justice, human rights, we shine in truth like city lights. Public policy, rule of law, building Liberia strong and raw. Trade and commerce, business flow, empower the people, help us grow.
Who we talking about? Who we talking for? Who we talking for? Who we talking for? Who we talking about? Who we talking for? Who we talking for? Who we talking for?
Unfiltered minds, unfiltered dreams, telling our stories by any means. Culture and faith, we rise above. United in truth, united in deed.
Our voices echo across the sea. Liberia strong, bold and free.
Yeah, our voices rise.
Liberian voices unfiltered.
Yeah, we tell it how it is, no filter.
Liberian voices unfiltered.
The people's mic, the nation's mirror. From Painesville to Kakata, Harper to Ponga, we talk it real, we talk it stronger.
Liberian voices unfiltered.
Your story, your power, your sound. Politics, peace talks, power and pain. Who gains, who loses, we call the names. Youth rising, leaders in motion. We stir in truth like a wave in the ocean. And diaspora dreams to the homeland cries. We lift the truth, no compromise. International ties, we bridging the gap. Liberian voices, got your back. Say say Liberian voices. Truth and power, side by side. We talk, we build, we unify. Say unfiltered. Say Liberian voices. Truth and power, side by side. We talk, we build, we unify.
Liberian voices unfiltered.
Yeah, we tell it how it is, no filter.
Liberian voices unfiltered.
The people's mic, the nation's mirror. From Buchanan to Bong, from Loafer to Cape Mount, we talk the truth that really counts.
Liberian voices unfiltered.
Your story, your power, your sound.
Liberian voices unfiltered. Liberian voices unfiltered.
Yeah, you tuned into the
Yep. Good evening, fellow Liberians. Wherever you are, however you're listening, this is the Liberian Voices Unfiltered with your host, George Senator Sibo, your brother, your friend, and the Pan-Africanist, the man that wants to see Liberia does well, the one I want to see Liberia getting better, the one I want to see our country, our leaders doing what they were elected to do. I'm in your shoes. I am your brother. I am your friend. Everything that is going on in the country, we are watching it. We are seeing it. We know exactly what is going on. Is the government performing? Is the government doing things that it's supposed to do? Our lawmakers, are they doing what they're supposed to do? Are they having the oversight responsibility? Are they actually performing the responsibility? Those are some of the things we're going to be talking about tonight. So we're going to be talking about the President's SONA, the State of the Nation Address, And we're also going to tie that into our youth unemployment. So we're going to be discussing the two things tonight. So get ready, share the live, give your comment. We're going to be reading your comment out. If you want us to read your comment, we can go ahead and read your comment. Remember, this show, we speak truth to power. We say it as it's supposed to be. We don't sugarcoat. We are not afraid of anyone. We say things the way it's supposed to be said. So on the show tonight, it just gave me a few minutes. We're going to get started with it. Let me play the theme song. We've been having some technical glitch on the part of our application. You know, it's the app can sometimes act up. So we could not play our intro song. I've been fighting on it today. But at least our intro video was not able to play, but I'm going to upload it subsequently. So let me play the theme song once more, and then we can just give me a few minutes. We're going to delve into it. Like I said, today's topic, we're going to be talking about, we're going to be giving some analysis on the President's State of the Nation address to the legislature. And we're also going to be talking about youth unemployment crisis in the country. We understand that a lot of people have given their views on the President's State of the Nation address, but we all have looked at things from different angles. I'm going to be looking at the State of the Nation address from a couple of angles, you know, looking at policy perspective. I'm going to look at security perspective because that is my area. I'm going to be looking at our EPS, our protocol people. Are they actually doing well in terms of managing the president? You know, like our president, whether we elect him or not, is the one that majority of the people elected. So I'm going to be looking into that. Let me play the theme song once more, and then we're going to delve straight into that issue. Yes. So stay tuned, share the live, invite people to watch it. You can give your comment under. We will be able to read your comment. We can see it. We can interact with you. Let us make this session interactive. And we also have the WhatsApp number. The WhatsApp number is when you look at the phone line. The phone line is under the line that is scrolling under the live, so you can call in if you want to give your points, if you want to give your opinion on the issue. You can call and do that. So like I said, we've been having some issues, and due to my busy schedule too, I have decided to run the show 2 times a week. It is almost impossible to run the show every week. Every day of the week it is impossible. My business schedule, I have to work, I have to take care of my family, I have to do other things too. So it is difficult for your one to run the show, you know, except where it is your full time, like other people are doing it as their full time, then it's easy. But we're going to be running the show on going forward. The show will be run on Tuesdays and Fridays. Tuesdays and Fridays. That's when we're going to run the show. I think for the 2 days we can work in between, and we can get some time out to be able to give our views on issues. So like I said, our topic on a discussion, we're going to be talking about analyzing the President's State of the Nation address to the legislature. We're going to be looking at it from other angles. From the economic angle, is most of the information provided was true. Are the Liberian people actually benefiting from those things that the president mentioned? So we're going to be looking at that. And then I'm also going to be looking at who those that are managing the president, the president management team, the protocol, the chief of office staff. I'm also going to be looking at even the EPS, those guys around the president. And, you know, are they behaving like actual presidential guard? And, you know, their roles, are they actually performing the roles and other things? So we're going to be looking at that. Let me play the theme song immediately. Right after the theme song, we will delve straight into the discussion. Share the live, invite people to the live. I'm going to give you my perspective of what I've seen, the way things are running in the country, the way things are happening. I'm going to give it from my perspective. And I want to hear from you. And, you know, during the discussion period, we can be interactive. You can send a comment. You can send what you think we are talking about. If the information we are providing is factual, or the information we are providing, you need more of them, let us know in the comment section. We will talk about it. If you want us to post your comment, we can post it. If it is interesting, we can post your comment on the topic. So right after the theme song, we're going to delve into it. Stay tuned with me, just a few seconds.
You tune into the heartbeat of Mama Liberia. Yeah! You're tuned into the heartbeat of Mama Liberia, where truth meets the people and every voice is heard. This is Liberian Voices Unfiltered. We're speaking truth tonight.
Liberia.
Let your voices rise.
From the streets of Monrovia to the hills of Nimba, we're bringing light where the truth's been hindered. Politics and power, let's break it down. We talk the real, no mask, no crown. Economy shaking, but we still stand tall. Business and trade, we can uplift all. From the youth to the elders, we all gotta say, unfiltered voices paving the way. Liberian voices unfiltered. Yeah, we tell it how it is, no filter. Liberian voices unfiltered. The people's mic, the nation's mirror. From Buchanan to Bong, from Lofa to Cape Mount, we talk the truth that really counts. Liberian voices unfiltered. Your story, your power, your sound. Healthcare, education, we...
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So, fellow Liberians, like I said, I'm going to be analyzing, looking at the president's State of the Nation address from different angles. And a lot of people, we are all seeing the situation. We are all seeing the hardship in the country. We are all seeing the rate of unemployment in the country. So there's nothing new that someone should come up, or even the president will go to the legislature and let them know, telling them that they are creating those kind of those jobs, that is not having a trickle down effect on the people. So there are a lot of things that were said, but for me, let me start from what really, because when I'm looking at critical national issues, I don't just look at it from the perspective of people saying, or the president saying this and saying that. As a security-minded person, I will first address the issue of the team that is managing the president. I think the presidential management team is not doing great. They are not actually doing great. From the speech writer to other protocol people, there are some mismatch between what is going on. So, and I will start by addressing the issue of the let's say the special assistant to the president, or the administrative assistant to the president, or the chief of office staff to the president. So you have all these people that is with the president. Their work is to set the president up for success, not to set the president up for failure. We all know that when Liberian people were electing their leader, they know they elected an old man. We are aware that they elected an old man. So it's not a strange thing that our president is old. It's not something that is new. We all know our president is an old man. So, but it is a responsibility as a staff, as an aide to the president, to make the president work easier, not to make the president work difficult. I'm not saying this because I'm an ally to the government, or because or I like the president. I'm saying it from a national perspective, from the international scene. The way people look at our all those things are on videos, all those things are on the internet, and every little sound when the microphone is on, every little sound, the things pick it up, and when the thing go out, it's out. You can't get it back. It's gone. So the team that is managing the president, there are a lot of things that can be done or can be said before the president actually come out to speak. So, for example, look at the speech that was written. One, I think the speech is so long. Remember, State of the Nation address to the legislature is the president providing a summary of what he have done. A summary. You don't have to go and explain everything. You don't have to go and write everything. How you buy a pencil, how you buy a pen, how you buy a copybook, how you buy a sheet. You don't have to go and outline all those things. So the president is going to be pointing out basic, main topics that will make the State of the Nation address a little bit, small. You can get somebody standing for an hour, 30 minutes, 2 hours. It doesn't make sense. That's the reason why after the State of the Nation address, when you look at other countries like the US, like Great Britain or so, during the State of the Nation address, when the president walks on the stage, he has a copy of his speech. Everything, not just his speech, a copy of the entire summary, the government overview of all the reports that took place within a year. The president walked on stage with order that he presented to the speaker, because the State of the Nation address is the president reporting the state of the nation to the legislature. So And you know the kind of government that Liberia runs. We run a like indirect democracy, wherein we elect the citizens, elect their representatives. That is the senators and the representatives. The citizens elect them. Those people are the ones that represent us. So if the president is addressing them, the president is indirectly addressing the citizens. So when he prepares the State of the Nation address, he is telling the legislature what is the state of our country right now as it stands, how our country is, what is happening in the country, what are some of the progress. He gave a report on some of the progress, some of the challenges that they have made, and what some of those things that they have done to mitigate some of them, and what some of the things that they will do to make the system better for the years to come. And he also touched a little bit about the previous year, what some of the progress they made. So it's supposed to be a summary of what have happened, of what is happening and what will happen. It's just a summary. But if you have the president sitting there for all those hours reading all those bucket documents, it becomes the State of the Nation address becomes boring. It becomes boring. That's the reason why the president saw that thing he's saying is just a summary. The real thing is that the document will be presented to the legislature. They will have all of the details. So I think the presidential team should work on it. That old-fashioned way of somebody sending and reading 2 hours, 30 minutes, 4 hours, it doesn't work anymore. Give the legislature a summary of your report. It's just a summary. Tell them what happened in the past, what is happening now, what will happen in the future, and what you intend to do. So the State of the Nation address is supposed to be a summary of your entire things that is happening. It's not to go and keep everybody sitting down there for all that long. You yourself, the old man, you're standing for all that long. But you can't bring the president on that part because the team that is managing the president, the team is not doing their job. For example, you will see other people. Sometimes people watch movies and see some of those things. You see the president or the person that's going to give the speech, the person rehearse. The person rehearsed the speech. So he's aware of what is in it. Before you actually go to say these things out, he's aware of what is in it. Are they creating time for the president to go over these things, or they just making this document cumbersome because the president can read, he can speak good English, so they just do it and put everything in front of him? That is too much, it's too long. So the team should be able to manage the president well. They should be able to make sure that things are working in line that will set the president up for success. Already we know the president is an old man. We are aware that he's an old man. You can't be setting him up for failure. So doing it, you have the special assistant to the president that is always back and forth with the president. When you go there, the first thing you do, you know this is a national discourse. This is a national thing. You went to the place, you saw the microphone on, and you know the president will want to talk to you before he can start his speech. You will need 1 or 2 clarity. Why can't you turn the microphone off? Why can't you turn the microphone off? Everywhere you'll see president will do something called side talk, or the speech person will do something called side talk. The side talk is not for people to be hearing, not for the audience to be hearing. You know, it was so embarrassing and disgraceful for us to see. And, you know, the president is standing there and asking, and, you know, can I tell them to sit down? You know, it was so audible. It was audible to the deaf and visible to the blind. Those are not things that we're supposed to be seeing on our national screaming for the presidency. We're not supposed to be seeing that. You go there, make sure that the microphone is off. You can talk to the president, give him 1 or 2 tips. He's the president. He's preoccupied with a lot of things. Like I said, my address today is not just focusing on what the president said, bread and butter. No, I'll be talking about some of those small technicalities that we take for granted. Some of those small details that the protocol people, the security people, are supposed to take very serious. They don't take it serious, and those are things that brings about embarrassment to the nation. You get what I'm saying? You can't be doing that. When you go on, you make sure that the microphone is off. You can drill the president. That's why you're the special assistant to the president, or you're the office staff or somebody to the president. Your job is to give a play-by-play description. That's why the president will always keep people in that rightful mind, people that are far-sighted, people that can think. Oh, Mr. President, okay, right now you're about to get something, you know, just as it is, the same protocol. You know, you tell them to have the seat and then you go on. Okay, fine, yeah, go. So I'm about to turn on the microphone now. Okay, yeah, go on. Then you turn the microphone on. You can't go to the place the microphone is turned on from the very beginning You know that the microphone is on, and you know the president will need 1 or 2 tips from you, and you're allowing everything just being said open in the mic. The president is there saying, the president is there saying, to I tell them to sit down now. Of course, he worked in the circle for long. The president have worked in the circle of the diplomacy for long. But we should understand we get an old president. The president we have is an old president. We agree that not Liberia won't get old president. Other countries around the world get old president too. But you guys that work with the president, you understand that the president is old. Because of that, you guys should work with him in line. And I don't know, Liberians are making mistake in terms of we have a population of 75% and more young people, young population, and we are still like people. We are still electing old people to rule young people. But when you made a mistake by electing old people to lead young people, but you should set it up for success now. Set the president up for success. Make sure you have people. You have to drill the president. The president will go on this. Okay, this is what. The president knows what's supposed to be done. And everybody went to hear the State of the Nation address and things. But for us that are security-minded people, for us that are very, when it comes to regimentation, we understand that there are some things that are supposed to be properly managed. It brings about disgrace in terms of managing the president. Your job around the president is to manage the president. And by default, when you are managing the president, you are managing the nation. Like you have a chief of office staff to the president. The man that runs the president office technically runs the president. So by default, he runs the country. That's the reason why the president needs to have the most qualified, the most far-sighted people around him. People that will understand, to know how things are supposed to be done in a chronological order, in a sequential order. People that are organized and their minds are clear. You can't be setting the president up for failure. What you guys did up there was a complete shambles, and it is. I hope not to see that anymore. I hope not to see that. That is for the protocol people. And then let me come to the EPS people, the executive protection people. Liberia is a safe country. All of you, 3, 4, 5 of you running to go stand behind the president during the State of the Nation address. Is there any threat, any harm, any danger the president is in? You can see even the world country where President Donald Trump and where he have a bunch of enemies. Vladimir Putin will have enemies. Other great presidents will have enemies. They will when the president is escorted to the stage, those guys are by the side. The focus is on the president. You can get a bunch of guys standing behind the president. What are you doing there? You think the threat is up there? If you want to see threat, let's assume that you dare to see if there's a threat. You think the threat is actually where you're standing? The threat is among the people. All of you just bunch yourself behind the president. You just standing behind the president. That all of men chewing chicle. Why you guys are bringing disgrace? You go back to that clip and look at it. If there is any security people in this place, you can't have this kind of thing going around the presidency. No. You guys should be organized, very organized. When you go there, security detail know what to do. When you get there, you guys create room. Get out of the range of the camera. You're not far from the president, but you're not in the camera range. All 4, you're far, you're standing right behind the president. What are you doing? You're standing right there doing what? The address is not about y'all. It's not about y'all. When it comes to this kind of thing, it's about optics. People looking at the president. You guys walking behind the president. You guys doing all kind of just movement is all over the place. They're creating distraction. That's unnecessary distraction when the president is speaking. Why you guys keep moving? Which kind of security training you even get? What kind of security training? That's the reason why we all will advocate. The president should have behind him, you have a active duty military officer that will serve as an aide camp to the president. Then all the fully will not be happening. You got EPI people just running behind running all over on the stage. The president is speaking. What you're doing, you're causing distraction. What you're doing? Looking all the place. The other men are quiet. Said the AD came to the president. I wanted to get a guy picture, but my stuff just messed up. Most of the thing it went on. I got to fix it. How can you wear a uniform You wear a uniform. The AD came to the president. That's the one I'm speaking to. You go back to the old clip and look at it. Like I said, I was looking at regimentation. There are some things when you work with the president, especially as security detail, it is the best that work with the president. It is supposed to be the best that work in the president detail. The best dress, the best everything that work there. You have the AD came to the president that is wearing a full uniform. The man take red, white, and blue necktie and wear it under his uniform. Are you kidding me? Are you Father Liberia? You take red, white, and blue necktie and wear it under your uniform. You don't know that thing you wear it is a uniform, and the uniform has there's etiquette in wearing your uniform. You don't just take anything and wear it when you're wearing your uniform. So you want to show that you're more Republic than the Republic of Liberia? You're more democratic than the Democrats who run? Or you're more presidential than President Baka? Why will you wear your military uniform? Because as an aide to the president, you are not an active duty. That role is for active duty. Okay, the president choose to take maybe a paramilitary and put them behind him. But you should understand that regimentation, it comes with discipline. You cannot just wear anything behind the president. You wear a uniform, a full uniform. You get your star on your shoulder. According to you, you brigadier general or whatever, we don't know. But then you take red, white, and blue necktie you wear. Is that part of your dress code? Who you want to impress? Who do you want to impress? That is so hilarious. You don't do that. The military, your uniform you wear has a standard. There's standard in everything you do. You cannot breach the standard because you want to please somebody. Let your uniform be worn properly. That's the reason why when you have an active duty military personnel behind the president, you will not see all the stupid things happening behind the president. You will not see all the stupid crap happening on the stage behind the president. You will not see that because they will put them in their place. You are EPS. Your work is to provide security for the president. The president take his hat and put his hat down. You took the president hat. Why are you taking the president hat? Is it your work to man the hat? Are you the special assistant to the president? You're supposed to be focused on providing your line of contact with you and the president, and the people should be one-on-one line of contact. If you go and take a hat, you are distracted now, you not take hat in your hand. So if the president is under threat, how do you respond? If there is any threat, how do you respond? You man the president hat, then you won't man the president too. Is it your job to be taking hat? You don't understand your job number one is on the president. You took the president hat from the text, even though he didn't tell you to take it. The president will tell you, give my hat. You see the song hat? Can you imagine what kind of this? Those are things that bring national disgrace to us. People don't look at that as something big, but we do. We that are in the security sector, we that are VIP protection, we know that's a disgrace. You don't do that. You can have people behind the president, people walking behind the president, calling and saying EPS people to the place. You don't even know your job. You don't even know what you're supposed to do. You're not special assistant to the president. Your work is to provide one-on-one contact, one-on-one protection for the president. If you take the president hat and you hold it, it means you already get something distracting you. If there is an immediate threat or danger to the president, how do you respond when you're already taking care of hat? There are some things that don't bother you. You're not a special assistant to the president. You're not an aide camp to the president. Your work is to provide protection for the president. And you as a son with the president right in the vicinity there, you are the first line of contact. You should be able to present yourself on harm or danger to the president. Use your body as a shield to protect the president. That is the job you sign up for. But if you go and start taking the president hat, you get the president hat in your hand, that means you already preoccupy one of your arms. How are you going to respond when there's a threat? Because the very idea you have is that when you're staying right behind the president or you're lined up behind the president, you're protecting the president. It's not how they can protect the president. Even the United States, that is the biggest, what they have, the biggest and the greatest president in the world. President Donald Trump is speaking here. One stands behind our place and speak. You don't see no SSS or no Secret Service just line up behind him. No, except where there is a press conference. Then he got other people with him that need to speak. You can just be lining up behind the president. When the president go to get his speech, it's about the president. It's not about you. I don't know who provided who the protocol guys to these security guys that behind the president. They annoy me too much. We know the president are open. The president went on the field to go do kick off for the country final. The president go kick the ball. All of y'all run to the field and say they make me fall down. What is that? We know the person is old. We know it's an old president we have. But it doesn't mean you don't have strength to kick ball. Why you're making the thing so obvious? You're making the whole world to know that the president is an old man. You don't have the strength. Why are you doing that? You're showing weaknesses in the president. You don't do that. The president go keep ball. So they're making the ball more fall. You rush to the president. You won't hold the man. Why are you doing that? You're bringing disgrace to the presidency. That's what I'm saying. My address today is not just about the SONA, about what the president told Liberian people. Because a lot of people talk about that. We want to send 70,000 job employment. People talk about a whole day. But that is not what I want to focus on. I want to focus on the security duty of the president today. The president's security duty need to up in their games. You need to get, Mr. President, if you will ever listen to this, or anybody that listen to this, I will recommend highly you get an active duty military personnel at the rank of colonel, because it's a rank of colonel, at least lieutenant colonel and colonel that serve as AD came to the president. But the point will be better. That will be able to strengthen the security detail behind you. Because those guys are a bunch of civilians. They are a bunch of civilians that have no bearing. They lost bearing. They just raw. There is nothing in there called regimentation. They got zero regimentation. I don't know where they got that training from. And they can see other people, they see people around other person how to do. Why other y'all go line up behind the president? The other men chewing chicle, the other men doing all kind of things behind the president. They're causing distraction behind the president when you're reading, when the president is busy. And not only the State of the Nation address. All other addresses are like that. You can't be behind the president. Your work is to make the president successful, to set him up for success. Especially like the special assistant. When you're there, you set the president on his speech, you set all the things off, you make sure that when you're about to leave now, before you turn the microphone on for the president to speak. You can't just go put the president on an open microphone, and you know the microphone is already on. You're supposed to have that first sense of that first thought that, okay, you know what, I'll call the microphone, the president might want to talk to me on something called Saba. The president might want to do a Saba. You're making the president saying it out there. And okay, I tell them to say that now. We understand, you see what I'm saying? That's a disgraceful thing. I thought it was I alone that saw it. I knew other people saw it and talk about it on other platforms. But that is not fair. You guys are not treating the president right. Mr. President, I will tell you, if you will listen to this, or any other person that works in that protocol section or works in the security provides defense for the president, it is highly recommended. Look around the world. Even though America have their secret service, but those guys are well trained. But look at other African leaders, they have active duty military personnel behind them. Because in the military, there is number one, the uniform etiquette. You have to be properly dressed. Number two, discipline, regimentation. Those things will fall in line. You will see proper things being done behind the president. You can just get everybody trying to full place doing our service. Everybody trying to fold up place, acting like they're working, causing distraction behind the president all day. Why will you take the president hat? They didn't ask you to take it. You're not special assistant. You're not administrative assistant. You're not protocol. You are an EPS man. Your work is to provide line of defense, security for the president, not to go man clothes or hat. Not your job. Why are you trying to president hat? You have to overdo things. It's not your job. If the president won't get how you call his president and get that hat to them, that usually be when the president had in the first place. Why you got overstepping your bound? You got overstep your bound too much. It is because nobody is there to reprimand you. Nobody is there to reprimand you. If I were working in a security sector, you going home. You'll be suspended for that day. You'll be suspended. And now I want to call it, say AD came to the president, you wear your uniform. You are told the army uniform you wear, the army will not complain. You wear the complete army uniform behind the president in the name of AD came with star on your shoulder, then you wear red, white, and blue later. What you want proof? Is that your dress code? Is that your dress code per the uniform etiquette? Is that your dress code? You take red, white, and blue necktie and wear it under your uniform. I used to be wearing red, white, and blue necktie. What kind of indiscipline? What kind of level of a high level of untrained guys are behind the president? The president needs to have people with sound mind, sound judgment behind him. People that will restrict those guys, that will be able to deal with those guys and let them know that you can't cross the line. But I fully man, there's something behind the president. Tomorrow morning, he'll be there again. He didn't want, they call him DJ One. He'll be behind the president all day. These guys should be reprimanded. Little mistake you made down there, you should pay for it. It is the presidency we are talking about here. It's not different thing. It's the presidency. When you bring disgrace to the people, you disgrace the nation. All of y'all line up behind the president. I mean, y'all just look at people, y'all just go back to the old video, you'll see how many people line up behind the president. What y'all doing there? Is the president on an attack? Is the president in any harm or danger? Even at that, he's standing behind the president, I want to protect the president. The other man saying the president, he's shot, he's standing behind the president, you can't even see us. Someone in danger, what you do? When there's even harm us there, you can't even see. You wave behind the president, you stabbing the president, way on his shoulder. Then you standing behind. What are you doing there? The danger, it would never be on the podium there. The danger will be among the people out there. So your focus should be to those people. You can see the Secret Service. They go distant and they are watching people from in the crowd. They're watching movement. They're looking at things that happen in the crowd. Not to be standing right behind the president. What are you standing right behind the president for? When the president go out to give speech, it should be the president alone that is seen on the camera. Nobody else. If the president having a joint press conference where he get Minister of Information need to say something, Minister of National Defense need to say something, then there's a whole panel. You can see that everybody by standing there is different. But when the president alone is out there speaking, it's the president alone should be captured in the camera. Not all of y'all wasting behind the president, standing behind him. The other AD can then say now with his red, white, and blue tie. What are you doing behind the president in the first place? You saying that, what are you doing? You get red, white, and blue tie on you. You won't prove that you Mr. Liberia. That's a disgraceful thing. You stop disgracing the presidency. Mr. President, try and get a disciplined military officer that will be your AD-CAM, that will serve as your AD-CAM, that will discipline the EPS guidance that will be in that place. When you see someone that dresses up behind the president, they look so stupid. They look stupid. And they get allowances for their uniform, for those clothes they wear, they give them so they can look good behind the president. You are working behind the president. It's not different than you're doing. You're providing protection for VIP, for the executive. You guys are overstepping your bound. You guys are overstepping your bound. You have no right touching the president cap that the president had. If you decide to put it on the podium, your work is not why you even focus on the president. How you don't be focused on security? When you don't be focused on the president, you focus on the man. Why you want to prove that you're working hard, that you might get you small thing at the end of the day, or you want to prove what thing? That you're neglecting your duty. You don't know that when you take the cap from the hand, you hold the cap in your left hand, one of your hands already preoccupied. When there's a threat, how do you respond? How do you respond? So my people, that one of the aspects that I look at from the President's State of the Nation address. And it been me, not just the State of the Nation, it happened anytime the president will give speech, anytime the president out there. Those guys are just a bunch of confused people behind the president. They are confused. I'm not saying they don't have some level of training, but I don't think the training is up to that part of presidency. Those guys will be people around, manning deputy minister and assistant minister and around. The presidency, when it comes to that, those EPS or those people around it should have high level of training, high level of discipline, high level of coordination. High level of coordination. And I want to call, he said, the ADK, you will never do that nonsense again. By taking tie that is not part of your uniform. When they gave you that uniform, they gave you a whole set of uniform. You're supposed to wear that thing with a black tie. That's how it's supposed to be. Wear it as it is. Don't add to that uniform. Don't subtract on that uniform. That's that everything you're wearing is a uniform. It's designed that way. You can't change anything on it. Or altercation of that uniform, you can be penalized for that. That's what I like about the military. You can't change stuff there. What you're supposed to do, what is the proof is what you wear. You can't be taking red, white, and blue necktie and wear under your uniform and you passing, you walking behind the president in the name of you, Mr. Liberia. Are you a masquerade or you are a Santa Claus? Why you walking? Why you wearing that kind of nonsense tab behind the president for? To prove that you. So my people, that is one thing I'm going to talk about there. Yes, security detail need to do better. They need to do better. EPS, your job is to provide security for the president. First line of defense. Your job is not to go and be money and be picking up clothes and things from the president. No, that's not your job there. You can't distract yourself by any means. 1 inch of distraction. Remember, enemy is as trained as yourself. Most people that become enemy are people that have left the service, people that have the same quality of training you have, and they become enemy. They are like you. They are smart like you. They are brilliant like you. So you should be prepared to respond. Focus on security. Forget about many things the president had. That's not your job. That's not your job. All right? At least I touched on that. And then next thing we'll talk about is the issue of unemployment, youth unemployment. I will just talk about it briefly. We all know our people are not employed. We all know. If you like, go Jerusalem. If you like, go swim Makkah. If you like, go dig under the United Nations headquarters something and take out data. The data does not point to the reality. You are wasting your time. You are wasting your time. Over 700,000 jobs. Somebody say, oh, it's a short-term and medium-term job. Even you, okay, when the government create a short-term job that somebody go do for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or a month and come out and then get a job again. Is this what you want to talk about? It's something that you want to be boasting about? That will create 70,000. How many people get job right now? How many people get job? How many people? Look at the youth. They are unemployed. And how will you contradict yourself? We're working on getting things done that will create employment. But you say we have created 70,000 jobs. For where now? For where? You trying in various aspects. You inherited a broken system. We saw it. You inherited a system that was not organized. You had to be putting things in place. I agree. We all agree. Your State of the Nation address was cool. You see, most people even going about with that 70,000 jobs. Just one thing will show the whole thing off balance. You created a job. You already said, even the job, you know the job is not sufficient. You know that the country is heavily unemployed. You don't need to go talk about million jobs that you provided to the people. Just let legislation know that we are working on creating jobs. Then the people will have different to be talking about. It's not an issue of 70,000 because 70,000 jobs became the topical issue everywhere because the people are not feeling the impact. Let's assume that you even created 100,000 jobs. Where is the job? How many people are benefiting from it now? When I go to work 1 week, 2 weeks, I do one small contract, they give me 25, 30 that I come home. And then that contract over. Is that the one you call job? Is that what you call creating job for your people? Is that what you call job? That is not a job. And you should be ashamed to even talk about that to the legislature, letting them know that we created 70,000 of those maniac, those small, petty jobs around the place. People need jobs that will be able to feed their family, jobs that will be able to pay their rent, that will be able to handle their bills, that will be able to save and take care of the future of their children and their children to come. They're not $20 job, they go to $20, $25 job, $50 job, $75 job, the contract over, they count that when you come in to come put in people that you're doing for the Liberian people. That's a shame. That's a shame. And you have all those other government officials running to radio station, justifying. You're not a spokesman for the government. The official spokesman of the government is Ministry of Education. Ministry of Information. Let information come out and provide clarity. You can be running from radio station to radio station. What are you justifying? The job they gave you to do, go to your office and do your own job. You don't need to be justifying. Going to radio station, arguing that you justify, you want to justify 700,000 jobs. Why are you doing all of those things? You think the truth can hide? That was the same thing that CDC kept doing until the last election. That's the same thing. CDC kept acting like they're doing something when nothing was being done. If you keep acting like you're doing something, keep justifying like you're doing something, at the end of the day, you're going to lose the election again. Why you focus on data? The data point to this, the WTDF data point to this. Why? The people will see it. You're doing well in road connectivity. The people saw it. You're doing well in LEC during the rainy season time. The people saw it. You didn't need data for that. You don't need data for that. The people become your data. The eyewitnesses becomes your data when you are doing well. When you are doing good, you don't need to go nowhere to go manufacture any data. You don't need to go nowhere to start digging for data. You don't need to go to no radio station to justify. The end will justify the mean. You see, people will be saying it will be right there. It will be right. You don't need to start having, you know what I mean? You after your SONA, you get 2-3 different press conference coming on for people to can't justify what was saying in the SONA. That means there's something wrong. We all know that something is wrong. The youth are unemployed. Whether you like it or not, the youth are unemployed. We can see that. You can feel it. How many people walk to your office every day asking you for job, for something? Oh, Papa, I just need something to do. Anything, I will do it. How many people walk to your office daily to check on those things? People everywhere the place looking for something to do, but you say you created 70,000 jobs. Even when a small job, let's assume that the data you gave already, you created 70,000 jobs. But those are jobs that short-term jobs. What somebody gonna do for 1 week, 2 weeks, hire 3 weeks or 1 month, they get $50 on the father to go home. And it finished, that job is over. Is that the kind of job you tell the Liberian people that you created for the people? Is that why you want to go tell your ancestor when you're president and what you do, you created the kind of job for your people? That's not what you want. The people want to see long-term initiatives that will provide long-term jobs. And you don't need to be fighting on data. Oh, the data point to this. You're going to check that. No. When LEC were performing the rainy season time, even opposition were all over the place saying that, yeah, LEC is performing. You don't need data. You don't need to go nowhere to go collect data on anything. No, the people can see it. They can see it. Rest press came down. You didn't need data for that. It read there, the rest press people, it said that data read there. Flower press came down, that is data there. You don't need no other data to go and prove anything that's happening. The Liberian people will feel the impact right there. Once you begin to do youth employment, the youth will tell you, in fact, even the city will be empty. You'll know that people are working. You don't need to go justify anything to no radio station or no talk show. You don't need to go justify anything. You are running government. You're not in opposition. You are not in opposition. You should do things that the people that voted you will be pleased to say, okay, we can give the men another turn. You need to work harder. The team championship is like when you win the cup. To defend the cup is not easy. The defending champion got to play 2 times harder than they played the first time to defend it. So you that is trying to uphold next election, you have to work 2 times harder to keep it. It requires time, it requires dedication, it requires sacrifices. Bunch of lazy guys. How many people that want to, they just want to go to work, wear big clothes, fine clothes, hold the argument. They are busy. How many of them sitting down to think outside the box that will create employment for the people? How many of them sitting down thinking about that? How many of them? Look at Liberia. When you look at traffic system, do you know how much traffic violation occur in Liberia every day? If there was a system in place to track people that are violating traffic for them to be paying fines, do you know how much money the government can generate just from traffic fines, from traffic violation? How many of them thinking outside the box that will make revenue come to the government for the government to focus on priority projects to help the young people? You're not thinking outside the box. Oh, I'm a minister. Oh, I'm a this one. You pass it around. Look at the youth and sport ministry. The president just remove the man. Can you imagine? The ministry by itself is already big. You get ministry of youth, the youth, 75% like the whole country that youth, they honor that ministry. Sport, another big aspect, they honor that ministry. Then they say they took TVET, technical and vocational education, put it on. What you are doing? If the youth unemployed, the youth not even performing good, the youth performance is not even well for your data. For even the situation in the country, the youth performance is stayed, the youth don't get job. The youth are unemployed. The youth are adult. They are getting involved with drugs because they didn't get nothing to do. The sporting sector is dying. Nothing is working in the sporting sector. Look there. It's dying. Look at Liberian Football League. It's dying because there's no money in it, no investment into it. Ministry of Youth and Sport, they're struggling on that. They are technical and vocational education and put it on air again. For what? For what? Then when one person that perform, they want how much money went to the Ministry of Youth and Sport? 5 million? 5 million went to the Ministry of Youth and Sport? So what you wanted the Youth and Sport Minister to do with 5 million and 75% of the youth? What you want to do with 5 million? I really want to know. The youthful population, even when people on the street share 5 million, how many people will go home with? Before you're talking about creating projects that will create employment for the youth. 5 million? Are you kidding me? For the Ministry of Youth and Sport. Because I want his budget 5.7 million. And he was taking care of youth. And he's taking care of sports. Remember all the staff under the Ministry of Youth and Sport, their salary there, running costs there. How can he create anything out of that place? I think you're setting some of the government officials up for failure. Because the budget does not reflect their job. The budget is not reflecting their jobs. They're not reflecting their jobs. Those guys are struggling too. They're not tussle. 75% of the country population are young people, that youth. Then Ministry of Youth and Sport that's supposed to focus on the youth and create other things to help the youth with vacation, different kind of jobs coming in, they get only 5 million. But you get a legislature receiving how many million? For 73 or how many of them there? They won't sitting in there doing nothing. They receive all the money. All the money. But you get people running around from radio station to radio station justifying 70,000 jobs. Which does not make sense. When you are doing well, your work will serve as the data. Your performance will serve as the data. You don't need to justify nothing. And I will make the example. When LEC was performing the rainy season, you didn't go anywhere to go talk about anything. In fact, it was opposition everywhere was praising LEC. Opposition was praising LEC. The Foreign Affairs Minister, Sarah Beslo-Yenti, Minister Beslo-Yenti, she is performing. You don't need data. You don't need data. Even opposition will praise her. You can see the work. It is visible to the blind and audible to the deaf. That's how concrete, that's how solid it is. You don't need to go justify nothing. The woman is doing well. Foreign Affairs Ministry is performing. If other ministries were performing like that, if agriculture ministry were performing like that, do you know how much job will be created? How many jobs will be created? What is happening to the agriculture ministry? They're receiving a lot of money for what is actually happening. You get CARI, Center for Agricultural Research. What is CARI doing? One bag of fertilizer is $60 United States in Liberia. What research are they making that will help agriculture in terms of coming up with the formulas that will be able to produce fertilizer to help the farmers? Because your work to CARI, there are plant scientists that work there. That will be able to come out with things that will help the agriculture sector. There are a lot of entities that work in line with the agriculture sector that's supposed to be coordinating things. Look at the CDA, the Cooperative Development Agency. What are they doing? How many cooperatives have been formed that will support farming initiatives? How many of them? Instead of CDA focusing on creating initiatives of helping farmers in terms of providing technical knowledge and other stuff to organize themselves into initiative, into a cooperative and provide food for the Liberian market, they are there trying by all means to become a revenue generating entity. You are supposed to be subsidizing farmers, giving farmers tools and things. Okay, your farm cooperative will give you this, we'll give you the bag of fertilizer to help your farm, we'll give you the tools to help your farm. CDA is there fighting hard for them to be able to collect $150 US from farmers before they can form cooperative. Are you kidding me? You guys will be begging the people to join and form cooperative so that because the bigger the farm, the more you produce. the more workforce that can be galvanized, and you can all your output can be better. But you trying to make it, the people who, when they put plant the whole garden, the whole farm, when they harvest, they say they don't even make $50 US, but you want to give you $150 before they can form cooperative. Are you kidding me? And you guys know agriculture is the first pillar of this of President Bwaka's administration. It's the first pillar. What are you guys doing to help the agriculture sector? And it's not only agriculture ministry. Agriculture ministry is the land ministry. But what about other entities? Carry them. Supposed to be helping with research, coming out with modern farming information, with modern fertilizers. Look at Thailand. Thailand just came out with a fertilizer. It's called the 4-tree fertilizer. Thailand, the agriculture, the scientists there, they came up with fertilizer. That fertilizer is being promoted everywhere in Africa. What are our people, our scientists, our plant scientists, our agronomists, what are they doing in Kari? What research they're doing? They're collecting big pay, they're taking salary. What research are they doing? Who evaluating their work? How do they evaluate their performance? Over the last 1 year, what have Kari come out with that will benefit farmers? What are they coming out with? What research have they made to say, okay, this will help farmers when do this? Coming up, because the farmers' greater challenge, I will tell you today, the first greater challenge right now is agricultural produce. For example, fertilizer, $50 to $60 US for one bag of fertilizer, and it's being imported. It's being imported. I said that because I'm a farmer. I know how much bag of fertilizer I buy every year. I know how much I spend on fertilizer. Farming equipment, cutlass, shovel, and other stuff. Go ask for it in the place. Reboot, recoat, go and ask for it in the store. Those are expensive. How you expect farmers to organize themselves? You talk about mechanizing farming, that's what you want to do. How many tractors that can plow big area of land, that will create big area of land for people that the government have brought in to help farmers, to subsidize farmers in cleaning a large space of land? Do you know how much money I've spent for people to brush my farm every year? To brush the farm, do you know how much I spend on it every year to brush the farm? To brush in between the crops? If we have a tractor trailer, we just drive in between and cut those things and we make them and the whole place is clean. That's why you call mechanized farming. You can't be talking about agriculture, but you're not bringing in nothing to help. You have people in the government ministry to the area, like the agriculture ministry, like Kari. You got people to Lacra, all the places that they are not even bringing in initiatives that will make agriculture to stand as the first pillar of the arrest agenda. And these are things that will bring disgrace to the government. You all saw it. President John Weah was a footballing president, a man that played football his whole life. The sports sector did not develop under him, and that was one of the real reasons why people didn't even think about voting him back. Because if every sector was going to collapse and the sports sector, boom, people would say that he area. People would say, oh yes, President Weah about his area. The men are not economists, so the economy going down, going down. You can't blame the men. But the men are sportsmen. Look at the Liberian Premier League have gone up. Look at the amount of players that are here. Look at the amount of. Then people will say, oh yes. But if you neglect the area, President Joseph Bwaka is an agriculture president. Don't forget about that. He served as agriculture minister. He's an agriculture president. The LPMC, Liberia Product Marketing store that was chief, he ran that entity. He's an agriculture man. So if agriculture does not boom under you, if agriculture does not succeed under you, what else do you tell Liberian people to listen to you next election? You answer. The footballing president could not make football to succeed. He provided little effort in helping the sporting sector succeed. If sporting sector not succeed on you, what else succeed on you? We're not giving you nothing. They took the presidency from him. And now you are an agriculture president. Agriculture is not performing. You enter your 10 year. Agriculture is not moving nowhere. We have not seen a solid mechanized farm of farming that is owned by the locals. Every farm, the BB farm is owned by foreigner. Golden Veredium them is owned by foreigner. Firestone is owned by foreigner. And when they harvest their product and things, their produce, they take it out of the country. It's not even being sold in Liberia. So if you want your sector, the agriculture sector, to perform, you have to focus on the agriculture sector. How much money you put in the budget for agriculture? How much money is there? You're hoping on donor fundings, donor money to boom the agriculture sector, but it is the first pillow on your resident. Just look at people get 500,000 in their budget for entertainment. There is speaker there, 500,000 for entertainment. To entertain people that can visit 500,000 United States dollars for entertainment in the speaker budget. It passed. The budget has passed, so he would get that money. He would get it. The budget already passed. So that means Liberian people agree. Oh yeah, the speaker needs 500,000. But look at Carrie. The Center for Research, go there and see how many research equipment they have there, how that the research lab is. How will they come out with good science and technology that will help our agriculture sector? Nothing. Agriculture, I will tell you today, in Liberia, it's not for poor person. You get money, don't go there. I know how much money. I have spent more than $150,000 on my farm. I know how much money I spent on my farm. Go look there. It is still challenging. And in America, it is challenging to run a farm. Imagine if I were in Liberia. How am I going to succeed? Go look at the farm. Go see how to run it. You buy 25, 30 bags of fertilizer at the rate of $50, $60 US for fertilizer. How are you going to do that? Is it sustainable? Can you manage it? Can you handle that? What is the agricultural ministry doing to help farmers? Nothing. They're not doing it. And agriculture alone is sufficient to provide big employment opportunities. One of the sectors that can consume youth like this, but the government is always silent on it, is the maritime sector. The maritime sector can create employment that can pay people good money. Good money. But the Liberian Maritime Program, the Liberian Maritime thing has become a secret society. Secret society. You will never hear about the Liberian Maritime Program booming anywhere. It's just a secret. The presidents just use that. Nobody knows what's going on. But that is where bulk of our nation, our budget, the money that support our budget comes from the Liberian Maritime Program. But you hear about it mutedly. The government doesn't even want you to know what you're going in the maritime sector. But that's where the money is. And that's where the sector can create jobs. Even for local seafarers. If we just open our rivers, you get those boats and people do recreation. People come in for tourism. Do you know how much job can be created from right there? The government has everything it takes to create jobs. They got all of you just need people that will think outside of the box. Like the foreign affairs minister is going out there, she's reaching out, thinking outside of the box. How many ministers, how many head of public corporation that is thinking outside the box to bring new experiment, come up with something and go to cabinet meeting and say, this will work. And your friend say, it will not work. You argue on it that let us test this, it's going to work. It's going to create this job. That's what cabinet meeting should be about. Proposing new ideas that will come out about jobs. But all of you go to the president or just all of you finish your career, you go home. That is exactly what I want to talk about today. Or you are unemployed. If you have created 70,000, if you get a data to prove it, it's not reflecting on the population. It's not reflecting on the young people. It's not showing. The young people are not seeing that. The young people will need to feel it. Creating job for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or 1 month, 2 months, and not job that is sustainable. And not job that will liberate the country from one end to another. that will take people from poverty to prosperity. They're not job there. Create real job, real income earning job. The way you can go to work and say that I make money, create those kind of job that people go to work and make money. And that people go do small contract. People go around take small data and come out again and $50,000. Your own kind of job you're created for what thing? Why you being so disingenuous to the people? Why you being disingenuous to the people? And these are the same people you need 2029 to come and vote for you again. These are the same people 2029 you'll be talking to come vote for you. It's not late. Go back and impair the interstices. Go back and fix what is wrong. Focus should be on job creation. Whether you sleep at night or you wake up, your whole thinking should be on how can we create employment? How? That how should be the one ringing bell in your ear. Whether you go into the toilet, you go into pee, the how to create job, that's what should be in your mind. Think outside of the box. Get out of your comfort zone. Focus on job creation for the youth. Focus on job creation for the youth. The young people were frustrated with President Weah. That's why they voted you. They were frustrated with what President Weah was doing. It's not that you're doing everything bad, but the bad was more than the good. That's why they voted you, to do the right thing. In doing the right thing, you got to prove that this thing is working. Let them feel it. You have to be going from radio station to radio station justifying that you did this. If you do our show, why can't you go from radio station to justify LEC? That's why I keep asking you. Why you don't go justify LEC during the rainy season? Why you go to radio station to justify that why LEC is performing? Because you were performing, everybody could feel it. Everybody could see it. The performance was the data. Nothing else you need. But today you are digging. Oh, you're going to World Health Organization. There's other UNDP. You are digging for data. Why you're doing that? You're not in opposition anymore. You're in leadership. You're in leadership. Let your work speak for itself. Let your work speak for itself. Don't go look for no data outside there. Let the people be your data. So, Mr. President, or anyone that's listening to me from the executive or that will reach out there that has decision-making abilities, like I said from the beginning, those that are managing the president needs to do well. You need to do well. Our president is an old president. We are aware he's an old man. Old men have a lot of challenges, health challenges, physical challenges. There are a lot of challenges. We are aware there are challenges with old men. The president can go kick football, small football to kick it for you. All of y'all running there. I say the man can fall down. You're showing the weakness of the president. You're making the people to know that the president is too old. And at the same man, you won't put behind the ballot paper for 2029. The mayor arguing saying he will kick football and fall down. You won't go catching. And that the same man, you won't put behind the ballot for 2029. So, which irony is that? Which irony is that? If you're demonstrating to the world that the president, oh, he can't do that, he can't do that, then you want to put him back on the ballot for 2029. It doesn't make sense. And those ones that they're calling themselves EPS, your job is to provide first line of defense and security for the president. Your job not to be picking up stuff. When the president put a hat down, you take it. That's not your job. Your job is to focus on the president's security. And you start standing behind the president all day. Go to the side and watch the audience because that's where the target is. That's where the threat is. Not standing behind the president. The threat is not standing behind the president. When the president go out there to give his speech, let the camera focus on the president and the president alone. When you watch other videos where they have military aid camp behind the president, the military aid camp stand vertical straight behind the president. Behind the president, feel still. Right there, he stands still until the president finishes and walk away. You get a bunch of people standing everywhere. The other man chewing chicle. The other man on the phone talking, just whole day, they just fidgeting all over the place. Causing distraction behind the president. For what? Your job is not to take the president's hat. Your job is to provide protection for the president. You're not special assistant. You're not AD care. You're not administrative assistant. You focus security for the president, first line of defense security. And the threat is not up there. The threat is among the audience. So focus on the audience. Space away from the president. Let the president remain in the camera. In the camera. You see the way I sit here? The reason why I'm sitting here like this, where you can see me alone, is because I want you to pay attention to me. So when the president is giving a speech, that's how the president should be. Nobody should be standing all near him. No. Go away, stay away, and focus on the crowd. That's where the threat can come from. When the president has such a speech, you're right, to read, you'll try to summarize it. At the end of the day, you'll get the whole report. They'll go and read the whole report. But let it be brief. That will not keep somebody standing for 2 hours, 30 minutes. It doesn't make sense. Summarize the president's speech, state of the nation. The rest of the speech can be given to, it will be given to them. Create employment for the youth. Agriculture has the ability to create employment. Focus on agriculture. Open the maritime program. That's secret behind the Liberian maritime program. Break that secret chain. Open that chain. You'll create job in the sector. You will create job in the sector. If you came to liberate people, if you came to change people, everything that was secret is supposed to be made known today. And all the one in our quarter said PR for the government, you're not a government spokesperson. Because you would think you're going to justify, but then you jump out and go, you saying tabata and making a bunch of mistakes out there. So instead of fixing things, you're spoiling the more. You're not a government spokesperson. Stop running to the studio to go justify on behalf of the government. No. Let the government, let the official spokespeople do their jobs. We are talking about democracy in Liberia. We're about governance. I'm not saying it because of unity party, because the way the government should run. So, like I said, on this note, I'll be wrapping up. Like I said, due to time, due to my schedule, my work schedule, and other things, I'm about to start school too soon, hopefully. I'll be doing the show on Tuesdays and a Friday. I'll do it 2 times a week. I will try my best to dedicate 2 times a week. So you're not going to see me on here till next Tuesday. And then the next time you're going to see me again will be on Thursday, Tuesday and on Friday, Tuesday and Friday. That's when we're going to be running the show. Anytime we have information for you, we're going to bring it. We understand. People later on, people reach out to us, say, oh, the information you provided. Not everybody get the time to watch it. So you're not seeing thousands of people online, but people still go back and watch these videos. People still comment on it. People still reach out to us. So I want to say thank you for following. Let me look and see if there are. Let me see some comments here.
You're too
Let me check comment here real quick and then. I want to put a few comments here. So yeah. You be okay. Sorry for that. I mean, we've been having some system issue here. We've been having some serious system issue here. Sorry for that. I want to. Sorry, we've been having some system glitch here. Okay, so I just wanted to put out some comment before I leave you guys. So let me see what people are saying here. So this is from my friend Emmanuel Foley. He said the involvement of active duty military personnel is special aid, could present a security concern given the history of military coup. But not because of bad dream, you're not sleep. The same military, the history of military, you still get an AFL there. So why can you dissolve AFL and send AFL president will cause coup? Nigeria have had so much coup, and Nigeria military is one of the best military in Africa. They have had so many coups. Not because of bad dream, you not sleep. What the first you understand why the military start getting involved with coup? Because the civilian government refuse to do what it's supposed to do. When you do the right thing, coup should not be your worry. You think America can worry about coup? Because the military they are taken care of. Their family well taken care of, so they don't worry about coup. In Liberia, you worry about coup because the civilian government don't want to do the right thing. So they want to worry about coup. So getting the active duty behind the president, it creates a level something called regimentation. It creates strong level of security. It creates sense of belonging in terms of security networking behind the president. You get all the guys that walking behind the president, the other men go to the president hat. To the president hat. The president gave him a hat. You see the song hat? Can you imagine on an open microphone? Those are a bunch of civilians. They don't understand regimentation. So that's what we're advocating. The president needs to have an active duty military personnel behind him. When you take care of the military will take you. Even if you don't do it, you take care of yourself. You bring anybody behind you. The military, they're ready for you. They will deal with you. They won't deal with you. So that because of bad dream, you're not sitting, my brother. The president needs an active duty military personnel as AD camp behind him. Then I want one other man that wearing red, wearing blue later, one of military uniform. Are you kidding me? The man wore wearing blue later on a military uniform. You wear the uniform and wear wearing blue later in the name of Father Liberia. That kind of thing be behind the president like a masquerade. You don't want to kind of thing behind the president, brother. You don't want to kind of thing. And everybody around the president are civilians, so they don't even see it. They see it as a shiny thing. But we that have been in the security circle that understand as a VIP protection and protocol, we know these things are you're not supposed to do that. You have an EPS man going to take the president half on the desk. Why are you doing that? EPS are your job to take president? Are you a special assistant? Are you an administrative assistant? Your job is to provide protection for the president. So when you take the president hand and you know your left hand, and then somebody can attack, what you do? So, and when you have military active to the military personnel behind the president as an AD camp, all those stupid people do not be happening. Especially a high-ranking officer like a colonel. Like in Nigeria, you have a colonel. In Ghana, you have a colonel. In Sierra Leone, you have a colonel. Look all around. In Guinea, you have a colonel. A colonel behind the president. Tell me who the foolish person that will just jump up doing stupid behind the president. The military will put them in their place. It will create discipline and create sanity behind the president. So I appreciate your comment, but no involvement of military active duty personnel behind the president will lead to any coup. And I will tell you for sure that you can get a bunch of civilians behind you when the military won't do coup, they'll do coup. So this will not stop coup. It can't stop coup. Getting that man behind, you're not stopping coup. So the only thing you can do, take care of the military and work with them good. Yeah. Somebody saying, yeah, you not see the sun hat. Yeah, my man, that's what the president said. What about what the man said? You not see the sun hat? Of course. The president said, give him a hat. You not see the sun hat? Yeah, why you even touching the president hat? EPS, man. It is that a special assistant or that the administrator said, then it makes sense. You get me? Or it makes sense. But you, the EPS, are supposed to be there as a military man, as a security man that will provide first line of defense. You provide yourself as a shield to the president. Yeah, you there, you taking the president hat from there. The president will tell you, give him a hat. You're not seeing the sun hat. Look at that kind of nonsense thing. Tell that your job to go touch the president hand. What are you taking the president hand for? You EP at your job, you special assistant, you administrative assistant, at your job the whole hand. They're overdoing things. And because there is no serious military person behind the president that will put them in their place. You can't get a corner behind the president, EP, and then go put that thing that was something. No, it will not happen. It will not happen. That's why we are advocating. And you can't be saying that because military history or military coup, Nigeria have more than how many coups? Go look at Nigeria history, see how many coups are happening there. Go look at Ghana, Sierra Leone, see how many coups, but they still got military personnel active duty behind the president. Because it creates sanity, it creates discipline, it creates regimentation behind the president. You can get a bunch of civilians passing around, the other fully men wear military uniform and take red, white, and blue necktie and wear it on it. Can you wear that kind of nonsense? Then you Santa Claus, you Christmas baker. For what thing? I will be anything behind the president or somebody anything you wear that kind of crap behind the president. You're not even going around our hall. So that's the reason why you see some of the advocates are for. Yeah. So I appreciate the comment. I appreciate the comment. Like I said, when you guys make your comment, we will share some of them. Yeah, Mr. Patrick, I understand. I know. Most of the time you get me to do. you're not available. I understand. I really appreciate it. And you know, let's keep. Yes, and Emmanuel Foley again said, my dear brother, your critiques are well-founded. There are numerous systematic issues, particularly within the security sector. Yes, point of issue, bro. Especially without went to all the years in military academy, what we studied military leadership and administration, and we studied VIP protection. And you know, when we see those kind of things, VIP protection and etiquette, when we see those kind of things, you know, equip my skin to see a military man that's supposed to be well behaved. You think you wear blue necktie on your uniform? You crazy? You even go near that hole, even that hole as you go step at home. And that's the kind of discipline that the military will be behind the president. That's the kind of discipline. Even ex-military, yeah, take some ex-military too. You know what, ex-military, but it's good for active today. Get some ex-military that work in the circle. Look at America. All those EP, all those SSS, all those Secret Service, those are ex-service men that go and become a thing. So like people retire from the AFL, they go and join EPS. People retire from the AFL, they go and join DEA. People retire, that's how it's supposed to, how it's like in America. When people leave the military in America, they go join the police. When people leave the military in America, they go join ICE, Immigration and Custom Enforcement. When they leave the military in America, they go join what you call the Secret Service. So you got both military bearing and security bearing. So you understand behind the price. You can't find all kind of unnecessary confusion. You can't find it. You can't find it. All the unnecessary confusion, you don't find it. Can't go jump on, you take the president hat. And my man Nathaniel Digger say the president lied to the Liberian people. Big guy, yeah. Mr. Digger, he said the president lied to the Liberian people. Well, but what I would say is that they said 70,000 jobs is not being felt on the population. And I would say that for free. 700,000 jobs is not being felt. If you create 7,000 jobs, go and do 1 more, 2 more, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, don't even mention nothing on that job that will help the population. That job there. Don't talk about it. It should be a shame to even talk about it. So don't even put it in your report. It's a shame. Don't do that. Create real jobs that will create real income and take the people from poverty and bring them into prosperity. That's the kind of job you should be creating. So, Mr. Digger, when you say the president allowed the 70,000, I don't have the data to the effect, but I will tell you that I know for sure that the 70,000 is not being felt. They might have actually created 70,000 short-term job, but they're not short-term job people want. People want job. In America, even working part-time job, can even help us. We're looking for 2 full-time jobs. We need 2 full-time jobs plus 1 part-time. So we got to get a 3 jobs to handle our BA. Then you like there, then you can say somebody go work 1 more, 2 more. Then you say the person you created a million-term job. They're not job there, man. Just start joking with the people. Let's start playing with the Liberian people. Create jobs that will make people go to work the way you can go to work in the morning and get paid every month. The people want that kind of thing. That's the kind of job they want. Don't be there saying you're creating job, you're making caricature out of the people. Is that what people voted you for? 2029, you want to go back to them again and be telling them to do everything. Yeah, they always want to show themselves. Security always. You're not your job. You just want to show yourself to be in the fries. Because you know camera will be the president. You want to show yourself to say, oh yeah, I was working behind the president, I was aide can the president. We know you aide can do your freaking job and stop showing off too much. You EPS, you're not ball, you're not carrying no bags. When you see behind the presidency, when you see behind the president or senior government official, you see here, you see those Secret Service guys, you see them running behind the president. They don't even carry anything in their hand because you got to be able to respond immediately. You want to tell the president how to show that you're working hard. You hold the president high your hand. Don't want somebody to attack the president. What you do? You be protecting her, then you fighting with your own hand. Stupid people. Yeah, man, my people. I mean, I've taken 1 hour 26 minutes of time. I really appreciate it. Please share the live on your page. Let other people watch it and give their comment. We can talk about it. Yes, my man AB said the president should be careful. Of course, the president should be careful. The president should be careful. But brother, when you are the president, you are preoccupied. Too many things on your mind. So it is the people around you. You need to put the rightful people around you that will manage you well. The president gotta have a lot on his plate to deal with, brother. So that in a day, the president have more than 4, 5, 6 to 10 meetings. He already tired. The presidency is the highest job in the country if you take your job serious. Nobody become president start getting fat. Anybody become president start getting fat, I mean, you're not taking your job serious. Anybody become president and you see that start adding weight, it means they're not taking their job serious. Look at the Western world, look at America, look at other places. When the people leave president, the gray hair increase, Obama gray hair increase. Because you under stress. When you get your nation at heart, you will be under stress. That's all. That's the hardest job in the country. If you take it serious. Because if the people not eat, it means your people have not eaten. You will not sleep because of that. If one person die in your country or a mysterious death, it becomes something that is painful to you. You want to know what happened. Go to the root cause of it. But if you want to be drinking champagne as president, you be enjoying yourself, smoking weed, passing all over the place, woman nursing, traveling all over the place, then presidency becomes it becomes sweet. But presidency is a hard job. So when the president gets a lot of stuff on his plate, the people around the president should be the one to manage the president. So you should get the best people around you. So my people, I say thank you for the time. I really, really appreciate it. I appreciate everyone that gave their comment, everyone that participated in the show. Please share it live on your page. Just share it on your page. All I want you to do for me, just share it on your page. Like it and just share it on your page. Other people will be able to watch it and be able to give their comment. So on this note, I want to say thank you. And God bless you. I really appreciate the time. I appreciate the effort. I appreciate everything you guys are doing to help us. So like I said, the show is going to be aired on Tuesdays and Fridays because of my business schedule. I need to work. I need to pay the bill. I need to go to work too. Nah, 70,000. We're talking about real work. So thank you. God bless you. Have a great, great night. Bye-bye.